In updates from the United States, President Donald Trump has ramped up his criticism of Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, continuing a series of attacks that have sent shockwaves through Ukraine and its European allies. Speaking to Fox News Radio, Trump dismissed the idea that Russian invasion was solely Putin's fault, instead blaming Zelensky for what he called poor negotiations. Trump went on to claim that Ukraine's leader had been attending meetings for years without achieving results. Meanwhile, Polish President Andrzej Duda is set to meet with Trump in Washington, D.C. on Saturday. This visit follows Trump's recent claim that Zelensky is a dictator, a remark that has further strained U.S.-Ukraine relations. In an attempt to calm tensions, Duda urged Zelensky to remain focused on constructive cooperation with Washington. In a social media post, the Polish leader emphasized his belief that Trump is committed to global peace and stability. In other news, the United States Supreme Court has chosen not to intervene, at least for now, in the legal battle surrounding Hampton Dellinger, the head of the Office of Special Counsel. Dellinger, who is responsible for protecting government whistleblowers, was removed from his position under Trump. However, a lower court ruled to temporarily block his dismissal. The Justice Department had hoped the Supreme Court would step in and allow the firing to proceed, but the case will now return to a district court later this month. In updates from the Middle East, a senior Hamas official, Bassem Naim, has accused Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's government of deliberately delaying negotiations for the second phase of the Gaza ceasefire. Speaking to Al Jazeera, Naim said that the talks were supposed to begin on the 16th day of the ceasefire's first phase and continue until all terms for the next stage are finalized. With just 1 week left in the initial phase, Naim claims Israel is refusing to engage, calling it a tactic by Netanyahu's right-wing government to derail the government and return to war. He insisted that Hamas has honored its commitments under the deal despite Israeli violations, including the killing of over 100 Palestinians, restrictions on humanitarian aid, and delays in withdrawing from the Netzarim corridor. Meanwhile, the Palestinian Prisoners' Media Office released details on the prisoners Israel is releasing today. Among them, 151 individuals serving life or long sentences are to be freed, 43 will return to the occupied West Bank in East Jerusalem, while 97 will be deported abroad. Additionally, 11 prisoners jailed before October 7th will be sent back to Gaza. In a separate category, 445 prisoners from Gaza who were jailed after October 7th will be released back into the enclave, along with 24 women and minors. As Israel prepares to release more than 600 Palestinian prisoners in exchange for 6 captives from Gaza today, its forces have carried out more arrests across the occupied West Bank. According to the Wafa news agency, Israeli forces launched multiple raids across the territory, including in Nablus, Bethlehem, and Hebron. The raids come amidst rising tensions as both sides navigate the fragile ceasefire and ongoing negotiations. Moving on over to Pakistan, in Karachi, ATC extended the remand for Imran and Shiraz, suspects in Mustafa Amir's murder case, by 5 days. Investigators suspect financial motives and are also probing additional suspects. Armagan also faces charges for attacking police and possessing illegal weapons. In terms of Pakistan's economy, a recent International Monetary Fund mission to Pakistan has praised the government's commitment to governance assessments as part of the ongoing $7 billion extended fund facility. A technical team, which visited Islamabad from the 6th to the 14th of February, evaluated the country's judicial and regulatory systems. Discussions with the Chief Justice of Pakistan, Shakil Afridi, focused on the government reforms and judicial performance. The fund confirmed its scoping team will return later this year to continue the assessment, which includes meetings with government bodies, business associations, and civil society groups. In a development in the case of Dr. Aafia Siddiqui, the Islamabad High Court was informed that a proposed exchange for Dr. Aafia Siddiqui for Shakil Afridi is unfeasible due to a lack of business swap agreement between Pakistan and the US. Dr. Aafia Siddiqui's American lawyer had suggested the trade, but a government representative confirmed that both individuals are Pakistani citizens, making such an exchange unlikely. The court, led by Justice Sardar Ijaz Ishaq Khan, raised concerns over the US government's lack of response to Pakistan's official diplomatic correspondence on the matter. The judge also questioned why the Pakistan government objected to Aafia Siddiqui's legal petition in the US. With the next hearing set for February 28, the court directed the law officer to provide a clearer stance on the government's position regarding her case.